Christina here with Broken Skulls Productions and Aaron Nordstrom of Gemini Syndrome. So, okay, I gotta say this. I've been saying this all day. Famous last words? What's the worst that can happen? Can we not, follow that suit this time?
Yes.
Says the man who brings the rain every time.
I'm telling you, the two things I've learned to never say are, how could things be any worse? And that will never happen to me. So, yeah, we're not going to say anything like that today because it is pouring rain out again.
Yeah, I just hope the whole 1 foot, 2 foot thing doesn't happen because past 2, we're, shin deep. So, and you can't get in your RV.
Yep. We slept here at the venue last time.
Yeah, I heard about that. We were stuck with Lizzie, so.
Yep. All the bands crashed upstairs. I was
a little sad we didn't get to come with you. They totally kicked us out, man. I was like, Aaron!
Sorry to hear that.
It was insane.
I woke up to a sea of people on the ground just sleeping underneath tables and...
Well, we were stuck in hopjacks. We had to climb through the window and...
Yeah, I heard a bunch of people did that.
Yeah.
It was pirate stuff.
Pirate stuff. Well, there was a dude that actually biked down Palafox completely naked.
Nice.
It was funny when he completely racked himself, so he kind of hit a bump and went... We didn't get to see that part, but we heard about it. So...
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry. It's funny when people injure themselves. I can't help but laugh. Okay, so second conversion. How far have you gone?
We're in about 2 weeks deep right now.
Wow.
Got about another 4 to go on this run. Everything's been great so far. We did some headline dates before we met up with Seven Dust, just coming from the West Coast, and totally positive, man, as always. It just gets more intense every time. It's really cool to see people coming out and just really being moved by it, singing the songs and just really, really caring. And then met up with Seven Dust in Cleveland and did a handful of shows with them. Did another headline. It's been real fun so far.
Have you wanted to play with Seven Dust, since forever, or was it just a happenstance?
Yeah, forever. I was just talking actually with Brian about this when we first formed this band. In the very infant stages of it, we were talking how cool would it be someday if we could tour with Seven Dust, and here we are touring with Seven Dust. I've been a fan for forever, man. Since the beginning. They're a big, I think, inspiration, influence on all of us. I've seen them live throughout my life. So many, one of the bands I've seen more than others, Right. And to be out with them, everybody's so cool and friendly and welcoming and always positive energy and positive attitudes and stuff. So
you should totally throw a line down and be like, hey, you should go interview with those two. I don't really know what to ask because they're kind of intimidating, but I'd totally do it. I'd be like, hey! I'm up for anything, though, so I'm one of those people that's just come talk to me. I know Brian's over there being extremely quiet. Not paying attention at all.
No, he probably can't even hear us right now. He's on his phone.
Phones have taken over the world, though.
They have.
So
there was a moment on the drive up here, or down here, I should say, from North Carolina, where Mike was driving, Ben was sleeping, and the rest of us were all sitting up front, and everyone was either on a cell phone or a computer. So it was just this. Looked around, and I wanted to take a picture. I should have taken a picture of it. Everyone's on social media, even me. Click. But I didn't. It was kind of funny though.
That would have been one of those iconic calm before the storm kind of situations.
You start to wonder what bands did in the 70s.
Right,
when they
without
had to do
phones.
They actually had to talk to each other, interact and stuff.
When real conversations happen.
Instead of just sending texts back and forth when you're sitting this far away.
Oh man.
Sometimes we do that for fun.
Just because?
Yeah, because we get bored. We got unlimited texting, so
right. So why not
doesn't
use
cost
it?
me any money. I especially use it if I'm on vocal rest and I'm trying not to talk. I'll just text everybody, even if they respond verbally.
Emulate, yeah. I'm actually reading a book where a chick completely lost her face and had to write on notepads, and this was before cell phones came out. So thinking about not being able to use your voice, like, just kind of devastates me.
It's one of the challenges when I do have to go on vocal rest. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's very difficult to go an entire day without speaking at all. I actually encourage people to try it once.
Yeah.
I know some people can't, just based on what jobs they have and whatnot, and my job included, you know. I mean, we get done playing and I go hang out at merch and stuff and talk to people, and everybody wants to ask questions. It's never like a yes or no question.
Right.
So they want an
explain,
answer,
yeah.
and it's really a challenge to just shut up for 24 hours straight. It's really hard, especially surrounded by people all the time. It's almost like a meditation experiment. Like, you have to really focus your intent to, like.
I think I've gotten through about 3 hours.
It's tough, man.
And that was
tough.
like with tape. So.
It sounds strange, but okay.
Well, it was kind of like one of those ridiculous experiments you do in high school.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. High school was a weird time for me. I was that kid that nobody wanted to talk to. So it's ironic now that I'm sitting here with you. Makes me feel good. Yeah, talking. Doing the verbal exercises and stuff.
Yep.
So, I know I asked this last time, but are you guys any closer to, like, a newer album?
Yeah, we're closer than we were the last time, because time has gone on. We are writing. We always write, but a lot of ideas are starting to come across and manifest themselves. Just like, I think naturally. I think we know that the next record's coming, and it hasn't been like we haven't sat down and had a conversation like, let's start really writing more necessarily. I think everybody just knows that it's about to happen, so it's just kind of naturally flowing out. People, either like during sound check, Rich or Mike are playing stuff, and like, remember that, you know.
Right.
It's just the creative energy is starting to come back. It's been a while since we've been in the studio, and
Okay.
I'm really excited to. I can't wait to go back and do another project, and do another creation.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Me too.
Because this album is so intense. I mean, it's got so much emotion to it.
Our goal, I think, is to have the next one be even more of that,
Yeah.
and tap into some deeper places.
We've definitely helped kind of turn people onto you just from our last interview. Like, we have two people here, Sarah and Turk. You'll see him. Big dude, curly hair. Well, I know for a fact Sarah and Turk are here.
I saw them at the restaurant next door.
Yeah. But they were like, oh, these guys are awesome. So we're like, you should come now. And then we have friends that are like, how do we not know about this show? I'm like, obviously you haven't been paying attention to our Facebook pages. So, but, I mean, because you guys are so emotional and so good at coming across with that, I mean, it makes people interested, like, immediately.
I think it gives people the ability to identify on a real personal level, because we're coming from a personal angle.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think people sense that in a way, and it makes it easier to kind of bond with it and
Yeah.
feel like it's yours. You know, I can only speak really for me, but all the music that I listened to when I was like my whole life, even growing up or even now, always resonates with me on an emotional level, and that's why I like it.
Yeah.
That's why I go back to it. You know? So if our music is doing that to people, then, you know, mission accomplished. That's really the goal in the first place.
I know for me, like, I have songs that I've heard, God, 15, almost 20 years now, you know, just
Sure.
consecutively.
Sure.
And same emotion, same memory, same feeling
Sure.
every time. You know, it doesn't change. And I think that's what's cool about yours, because now it's like every time I hear one, I'm like, oh God, Pensacola's splitting. So it's a fun memory,
That's a
but
good thing,
it was an adventure.
You
I
hear
have
our
to
music
admit.
and you think of natural disasters.
It was. I mean,
we had a good time.
we learned a lot about ourselves and people in this town, and just how folks, like the Seville folks, we were trekking across town, you know, just trying to figure out a
Sure.
safe place to be, and kind of found a loophole, got in there, and they were like, hey, what's up?
But
You
sure,
guys
yeah,
need...
people helping people once that happened. Like, there was, you know, the bands that played that night all stayed in the venue. They let us sleep here because there was no way we were going to leave.
Right.
And, you know, there was fans and people that stayed here too, the people who were flooded in, and like the community just comes together when something like that, I don't even want to call it tragic or whatever it is, something that crazy
Definitely
had.
catastrophic.
Catastrophic is a good word. That's a good word.
There were a lot of
It
people.
wasn't like a
on it.
tragedy. It was just something that was really messed up and screwed a lot of
Chaotic.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
chaotic, and a lot of people lost their cars and blah blah blah. But it was really cool to see everybody just embrace one another and say, all right, well, we're all screwed right now, so let's kind of bind together. And it was just a really positive experience in the end.
He actually brought the Corona shirt that the Seville folks gave us, just for like memento.
Sure.
Like worst case scenario, we have it in the truck.
There you go.
Well, where are you guys headed after here?
We are heading west.
E-West.
Ewoks. We're going to Louisiana tomorrow. We're sticking in the southeast for the next few days, I think.
Right.
We're in Chattanooga in a few days.
Chattanooga's fun.
That's Mike's hometown, so that'll be cool. And then we start heading back towards the Midwest and Northwest.
Right.
So,
Do you guys all have separate, do you live in separate states when you're off tour?
no.
Same state?
No, we actually, for years, we lived together in the same apartment, too.
Oh, wow.
Just as of the last few months, we all moved out. But we're based out of LA.
Okay.
We do, if we get the time, which isn't often, we'll travel. Like, Brian goes where he goes. Sometimes I'll go home and see family in Chicago.
Right.
Not often, though. There's usually not enough time, because when we are back in LA, it's usually time to prepare for the next tour or
Right enough to wash clothes and repack.
something like that. Yeah. There's been times, I remember, I think 2 years ago, we were out on tour for like 3 months straight, or close to, and we went home for 44 hours, and then went back out on tour for another 2 months. So,
insane.
there's moments where like it doesn't even feel like you're home.
Just
It really is just another off day, so I can go literally do laundry and pack again and go.
I'm going to start smacking you with this. You keep hitting it.
Sorry. I can't really see with that giant
I know. It's like...
giant light going on here. I don't know if anybody told you I'm photosensitive, but it's okay.
That's one of those...
Just kidding.
Kind of made me feel bad there for a minute.
I
like,
saw that. That's why I told you I was kidding.
well, now that we got that out of the way, a little bit of personal information. I was totally waiting for like the nose ring bump. There's a guy, he's a promoter in town. Like, he actually walks up to me and goes, like 2 days after I got it. I was like,
Oh, wow. I bet that was not pleasant at all.
It wasn't like a complete flick. It was just like one of those touches, but I'm weird about my nose anyway. So I like went ape shit on him. I'm just like, don't touch me. So hi, Matt, when you watch this, just saying. Anyway, what are you guys playing tonight exactly? Like, do you have a certain set list you want to go through, or just...
We were planning on playing music.
Well, I know music. I mean, like certain songs, or...
Yeah, there'll be certain songs that we play.
I love how he's not giving anything away. Nope. Just no premonition whatsoever.
You gotta go see it.
I only have one question. More than 4 songs?
Right?
Ask Mother Nature.
That's one of those... Dear Goddess.
Yes, but ask Mother Nature. I couldn't tell you that right now.
Right, you kind of have to play all the way through your set, because we need to see Seven Dust, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I want everybody to play tonight, for sure.
We need them to get through more than 4 songs.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're playing a lot of the record tonight. Not all of it, but
Okay.
a good chunk of it.
Well, I'm definitely excited. So, and I know he's
Me too.
excited, and we have at least 4 people out there that are excited.
I always love coming here, man. I always do. So.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Of course.
We're gonna hold through this. Yeah. So Christina here from Skulls Productions. Have a good night, guys.